Have you ever found yourself in the middle of an exhausting race? A race after people, after approval, after attention that just never seems to come. And in that moment, you finally ask yourself, why am I chasing what keeps running from me? This question is a powerful turning point. It's the moment you shift from chasing to choosing, from begging to becoming, from seeking love to embodying self-worth. Today, we're going on that journey together. We'll explore why people pull away when you chase them, why your silence is often stronger than words, and why choosing yourself is the only real path to inner peace, emotional strength, and genuine respect. Let's start with the hidden cost of chasing people. Chasing isn't always physical. A lot of the time, it's emotional, it's silent, and sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. You're chasing when you overinvest in people who give you almost nothing in return. You're chasing when you explain yourself over and over to someone who refuses to listen, or when you apologize for things you didn't do just to keep the peace. You're chasing when you run after closure from someone who already slammed the door shut, or when you try to prove your value to someone who never deserved you in the first place. And what's the cost of all this? Your dignity, your energy, your self-worth. When you chase people, you're sending a silent message that says, "You are more important than me, and I need you to feel whole." People sense this energy. And human nature works in predictable ways. What chases us often feels less valuable, while what is scarce feels powerful. This is why the moment you stop chasing, the entire dynamic shifts. But this isn't magic or manipulation. It's simple human psychology. There are three main reasons people pull away when you chase them. First, chasing creates a massive imbalance. Healthy relationships, whether it's friendship or romance, need balance. If one person is always giving and the other is always taking, resentment starts to build. The giver feels drained, and the receiver feels burdened, or even worse, they start to feel entitled. Second, people value what requires effort. When something is too available, too willing, too unconditional, it often gets taken for granted. But when you respect your own boundaries, when you show that your time and energy are valuable, your worth automatically rises in the eyes of others. And third, chasing triggers a sense of pressure. When someone feels pressured for attention, for a reply, for affection, their natural instinct is to step back. It's not always because they don't care, but because that pressure feels uncomfortable. The good news is, you don't need to chase to attract what is meant for you. You simply need to become. Now, let's talk about the power of silence. Most people think silence is weakness, but it's not. Silence is a language. It is strength. Silence is a decision. When someone disrespects you, ignores you, or pulls away, your silence says, "I don't beg for basic human decency." When someone underestimates you, your silence says, "You misjudged me. And I'm not going to waste my energy correcting you." When someone takes your kindness for granted, your silence says, "Access to me is earned, not demanded." Silence restores that balance we talked about. It protects your energy and gives people a chance to reflect on your absence. You have to understand this fully. Your silence isn't emptiness. It's a powerful message. And sometimes, it's the only message people will truly hear. This brings us to the most important decision you will ever make, choosing yourself. You will never live in true peace until you learn to put yourself first. And no, this is not selfish. It's self-preservation. It's emotional maturity. It's clarity. Choosing yourself means you leave spaces where you are not valued. It means you stop explaining your worth to anyone who won't listen. It means you set boundaries without feeling the need to apologize for them. You protect your time, your mind, and your heart. You focus on becoming the best version of yourself, not on convincing others of your value. You invest in yourself more than you invest in others. People who choose themselves don't need to chase, because they understand a simple, profound truth: what is meant for you will flow into your life naturally. What is not meant for you will fall away, no matter how hard you chase it. This is freedom. Walking away is a huge part of this. It's not about ego, It's about emotional survival. When you walk away from someone who disrespects you, undervalues you, or drains your spirit, three powerful things happen. First, you gain clarity. Distance reveals what closeness often hides. You finally see people for who they are, not for who you hoped they were. Second, you regain your power. Not power over someone else, but power over yourself, your peace, your direction, your emotions. And third, you reset the entire relationship dynamic. Walking away silently puts you back in control of your energy and your life. Remember this, you don't lose people when you walk away. You lose the people who were never meant to stay in the first place. At the foundation of all of this is self-respect. Self-respect isn't just a feeling, it's a standard. It's an invisible line that determines who gets access to you and how they get to treat you. When you raise that line, everything changes. You start attracting healthier people. You stop tolerating emotional crumbs and stop participating in your own suffering. You stop fighting for a position in people's lives and start prioritizing your own goals and your own peace. But here's the key: self-respect isn't something you demand from others. It's something you embody. When you respect yourself, other people will follow your lead. So, how do you become the version of yourself that doesn't need to chase? That version of you already exists, just waiting for you to unlock them. It starts by investing in yourself more than in anyone else. The more you grow, the less you'll feel the need to cling to people. Build a life you're genuinely proud of, fill it with purpose, good routines, inspiring goals, and passions that light you up. Set and enforce boundaries that protect your emotional energy. Think of them as filters for your peace. Heal your own wounds, not your ego. So much of our chasing comes from a deep-seated fear of abandonment. Healing that fear ends the cycle. Learn to enjoy your own company. When you feel whole on your own, you won't look to others to complete you. And finally, hold yourself to high standards. Once you truly know your worth, it becomes impossible to accept anything less. Become so grounded, so confident, so whole, that losing people no longer shakes your identity. And here's the beautiful twist in the story. The moment you stop chasing, everything that is meant for you starts to arrive. This isn't a coincidence, it's alignment. When you stop trying to force things, life begins to flow naturally. The right people appear. The wrong ones disappear. Your energy rises, your peace grows, and you start making better decisions. Opportunities find you. Abundance follows you. Love becomes effortless. Chasing comes from a place of fear, but choosing yourself comes from a place of strength. And life always, always rewards strength. The message I want you to carry forward is this: you were never meant to chase. You were meant to attract by becoming the best version of yourself. You were never meant to beg. You were meant to walk with dignity. You were never meant to shrink yourself for others. You were meant to stand tall in your truth. You were never meant to be someone's backup plan. You were meant to be the priority. And you were never, ever meant to prove your worth. You were born with it. From this moment on, make a promise to yourself. Say it with me: I choose myself. I protect my peace, I honor my worth. I stop chasing what isn't meant for me. Your life won't change magically overnight, but the shift begins the second you decide that you are enough. Put your energy where it truly belongs, into yourself. The world will adjust. Thanks for watching.